Hello and welcome to the intro video to WP Content Magic. I'm just going to get straight into it and go ahead and install the plugin. As you can see, I'm using the latest version of WordPress, which happens to be 3.2.1. And what we'll do is we'll go to Plugins, click Add New, click Upload, and choose File. And we'll go to the wp-content-magic.zip file, double click that, and click Install Now. While that's uploading, once it's finished, we'll go ahead and click Activate to activate the plugin. There we go, Activate Plugin. And you'll see it located at your bottom left area of your WordPress dashboard menu on the left. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click that. Now, essentially, WP Content Magic is a great little plugin where it allows you to upload articles. You can post them so they posted in the past, so you could set that to a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 months ago, as well as post all your articles in one go right at the moment, so they'll post right now, or you can post them in the future, or a combination. Okay, so you can either choose post type. You can either choose post or page, so you can post these articles as pages or posts. I'm going to go ahead and leave most of these default settings for this demo video. You can I'm going to leave them as published, but you can set them as draft, and the reason why you might want to do that is you post all your articles, then you go back into each one and you might want to add some content or an opt-in form or whatever. But for this demo, I'll leave them as published. You can, the title from the post, so the title can either be the article name of, I'll just show you what I mean. If we go inside these gardening articles, so here's the title of the article, so that will be the title of your post. Or if you have a title inside the article itself, then you can select this option. Auto tag each article. What WP Content Magic will do is, going back here, say I just upload this one article. There are a set of stop words, which I'll mention in a moment, but basically stop words are words like and your and the. So in this case, the auto tags might be beautify, garden, landscape, and gardening, and it'll exclude or ignore with and your. Okay, I'll just go back here and go to the stop words on the left, and you'll see a big collection of stop words. Things like did and and words like that they're not keywords, are they? So you don't want to tag those or have those articles SEO'd inside the content itself. And you can easily add more stop words if you like. You just put a comma, and if and the were in there, you just put and the with, for example, just a comma and the word itself followed by another comma is the way you do it. And then you just click update, which I won't do, but that's what the stop words are. So going back to the settings, so I'm going to upload them all as posts. I'm going to set them to published. I'm going to use the file of the text, of the text files. I'm going to use the name of the file, I should say, and I'm going to go ahead and, in this case, I think I'm going to add my own keywords to create tags. You can select no if you don't want any tags at all. Like I said, you can auto tag based on stop words, or you can add your own. In this case, I'm going to do, because this is a gardening blog, I'm going to use words like garden, vegetable, maybe even pluralize that, vegetables, pests, insects, soil, words like that. Now, these keywords will be, one thing to note, if you use your own keywords to tag, then these same keywords will be used as tags on all your articles. So if you're doing 1 or 2 at a time, you might not be bothered. But if you're uploading 20 or 50 articles, just bear that in mind. You might want to just go for auto tag. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and create a category. Now you can select from categories. The plugin will recognize which categories you have on your site. In this case, I'm going to create my own category. I'll call this gardening. Let's just make sure I don't have this already. Yeah, gardening tips. Now, when you first install the plugin, it will most likely be default will show uncategorized. Now, if you're going to add your own category, to create your own category while you're uploading these articles, make sure you select this sort of blank here, so it doesn't, the plugin doesn't think you actually meant one of these categories. So I'll leave that blank, type in gardening tips, and you can either post them all right now. You can start after the last post. So say you hadn't added a post to your blog in a month, then these will start posting from that last post date. Or you can add a custom schedule. I'll go ahead and click that, and you'll notice this little text area opens up. Click to open the calendar. So you click this. So if I want to go back, so, you know, say this blog, I just put it up today. It's September 2011. I want the first article to start from the 1st of August. And to randomize the different times to make it look more natural to the search engines, I'm going to start the first post at, say, 9:36 a.m. and it'll randomize the different times based on that time that you set. So now I want to post these into the future as well. So I want to post some as far back as the 1st of August, but I also want to post some as late as December of this year, which is a good 3 months. So I want, because I've only got 9 articles that I'm going to upload, you know, to spread that over from August to December, that's a 4-month period. So you probably want to select days, and I'm going to select about 14 days, and I'm going to select maybe 21 days. This is something you could play with. So these will post between 14 and 21 days, all 9 articles. You know, hopefully this is enough here, but you can select between minutes and hours, and it'll randomize based on the time you input here. I'm going to go ahead and leave the default of bolding one of my keywords in the article, so you're adding SEO benefits to your articles. Underline or italicize your keywords. I'm going to go ahead and add a hyperlink. I'm just going to do one hyperlink per, so per article out of the 9 different articles, wherever it says garden or vegetable or vegetables, pest, it's going to hyperlink one keyword. You can change that to 10, however many you want. I'm going to leave that at 1. One of these keywords is going to be hyperlinked to obviously a link of your choice. It could be a ClickBank product or an affiliate product or another website, and lots of different options here. So the way you do that is I'm going to do garden, because I know that's going to be a very common keyword in my articles. And so you type garden, comma, space, HTTP. I'm just going to link this to Google. And you can cloak the link if you like that. And so instead of when you hover over, it'll say Google, well, I'll show you, but it'll cloak that link. You can track how many times people click that link. And outbound, I'm going to add no follow attribute, open a new window. Okay, now going back to my articles, I've got them zipped up here. Like I said, they're about 9 or so. So I'm going to go ahead and choose file, and I want the zipped file. Okay, so if you want to upload a bunch of articles at once, you need to zip them up. You don't see the zip file here because you need over here on the far right where it says customize files, you need to select all files. And now you can see gardening articles. Double click that and go ahead and start. So what's our new category? It's going to be gardening tips. So we'll click start posting. And within seconds, so what, 2-3 seconds, you've got 9 articles posted. You can imagine the time it's saving, plus it's going to drip feed them into the future. So we'll go to posts and we can see here that one is scheduled for December 16th 2011. You can see it's scheduled, and here are the tags that we set for our keywords. November, we got October 18th, November 8th, November 26th. Let's just do a quick edit. That's at 12:28 p.m. This one here for the 11th of November is scheduled for 9:32 a.m. So you can see it gives it a nice natural randomization of different dates and times. Now let's go to the blog. I'll go ahead and refresh this. And we can see gardening tips. There's our category. Go ahead and click that. And we can see all the different posts. These are the ones that have already posted. We got one on the 1st of August, like my original setting. One on the 16th of August, one on the 3rd of September. I'm going to go ahead and click this article. And okay, so you can see that one of my keywords, vegetables, is bold. One of my keywords, soil, is underlined. One of my keywords is not only hyperlinked, but it's also given italics. So you're adding SEO benefits to your articles without doing anything. It took 3 seconds to upload these. So if you notice when I hover over this, because I decided to cloak it if I hover over Garden, at the bottom left you can see demo.wpcontentmagic.com/go/garden. So I've cloaked my link, added no follow attribute. I'm going to go ahead and click this. It opens in a new window, and there you go. There's google.com. So that's pretty much it. Inside, once you've purchased, I will go through, take a little bit more time to go through some of these settings, show some different scenarios of how you can use the plugin. But it just goes to show you that you've got, I've posted in the past. We've got some you can post right immediately in the future, or right now I should say, post in the future, like we've got those scheduled posts. It adds hyperlinks that you can cloak, SEO attributes such as underline, italics, and bold. And I just want to show you one last thing. If we go back to WP Content Magic, and because I've clicked that link and it opened up into Google, we can see here that because I've installed this before, it shows that the Google link was clicked. It shows how many times, 2. It's only because I've clicked it once before this video, and it shows my IP. So it's showing that from one IP there have been 2 clicks, and here's the IP address. Okay, so you can actually track your clicks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and once again, there are a couple more in-depth videos to show you how to use the plugin, but hopefully you realize how easy it is to use and to change up your content and post at different periods so that you're drip feeding your articles, you're not wasting all that time uploading the articles manually, and you're giving it a more natural feel to the search engines. Thanks very much.